On this episode of The Balancing Act, figuring out your next steps after being involved in a personal injury can be confusing. Fortunately, one team of personal injury attorneys are here to help. Planning for your financial future is important, but you've got to have the right strategy to reach your specific retirement goals. Today, we'll sit down with Mercuri Asset Management to get more insight on the subject. Divorce is never easy, and navigating the legal complexities of the process can be tedious and overwhelming. We'll take a look at how one law firm goes the extra mile with each individual case. Getting accepted to the college of your dreams is the goal for millions of high school students. We'll show you how one company is helping to give students the extra edge that college admissions are looking for. These stories, plus lots more, today on The Balancing Act.
What a great show we have lined up for you today. Let's see what's up first.
Let's face it, accidents happen. And when they do, it can be overwhelming trying to navigate and understand what the next steps should be. Fortunately, the personal injury attorneys at Koshkaryan Law Group are here to help.
My name is Vaughn Koshkaryan, and I'm the founding attorney of Koshkaryan Law Group. I started my firm in 2011 as a solo attorney, and now throughout the years, we have now grown to a staff of over 20, including 6 attorneys.
Costs associated with personal injuries can add up pretty quickly. And when someone else is at fault, it's always best to understand your legal options for compensation.
The areas of law that we practice primarily focus on individuals who are injured as a result of the negligence of others, such as auto accidents, slip and falls, truck accidents, also employees who are injured on the course and scope of their job. If you're driving and you're injured as a result of an auto crash, then you may have a case for personal injuries, for the injuries you sustained from that crash, including expenses of medical bills, pain and suffering. You may have also suffered lost wages and pain and suffering in the future, and medical care in the future that you may expect to get reimbursed for. Typically, when you're injured in an auto crash, you are filing a claim against the responsible party's insurance carrier. And it is throughout this insurance claims process is where we're trying to get reimbursement for all of my clients' medical expenses, including damages for pain and suffering. And if that doesn't come to fruition during the insurance claim stage, then at that point we have to make a decision to file a lawsuit against the responsible party. Anytime you're injured in an auto crash, you should definitely secure the services of a personal injury attorney, because the insurance company is not on your side. Whether it's your insurance or the other party's insurance, you definitely need somebody on your side to protect you and your rights.
So what are some of the most common concerns that people have after they've been in an accident?
Depending on the extent of your injuries, you may have a personal injury case. And depending on the extent of your injuries, you may need the services of an attorney to help you recover your damages. During the insurance claim stage, if your case settles during this stage, typically it takes anywhere between 6 to 8 months. And if we have to litigate the case, it may take a little longer, somewhere between a year to 2 years. And in the very rare circumstances where we have to go to trial, it may take a little longer, such as 2 to 3 years. The misconception of hiring a personal injury attorney is that it's expensive, but it's really not. Our attorney's fees is based on a contingency fee. What that means is we don't recover our fees unless we get results for our clients. That puts us in a unique relationship with our clients. We're on the same team. If we don't get results, we don't get paid. In the unfortunate circumstance, if we lose a case, our client is not responsible for our attorney's fees. And it is this unique relationship that strives us to do well for our client and to get the best possible outcome, because again, we're in the same team and we have one common goal.
There are a ton of personal injury attorneys in Southern California. How can I be sure that I'm hiring the right firm for my case?
You definitely want to do your own research before you hire a personal injury attorney to represent you. Who is this attorney? What is their team about? Who's going to represent me for my case? Am I going to have access to the attorney? Are they going to have a one-size-fits-all approach, or are they going to uniquely cater their strategy to my case? There are a lot of great PI attorneys out there. However, some of these big firms have a one-size-fits-all approach, and oftentimes clients feel like they're just another number and it's an assembly-like system. The advantages of hiring a boutique law firm such as my firm is we have a very tailored, unique approach to each case, and no one case is similar, and we approach each case uniquely to our clients' needs and their strategy.
So if you have questions regarding a personal injury case, contact Koshkaryan Law Group for a free consultation.
If you are injured, do not go about it alone. At the end of the day, this is David versus Goliath. The consumer is always David, and of course, Goliath is the insurance carrier. So please make sure you hire a competent attorney to represent you and guide you and get you the help that you need.
For more information about Koshkaryan Law Group, visit their website at koshlaw.com. And of course, visit our website at thebalancingact.com.
I love that. Let's see what's coming up next.
Planning your financial future takes a well-thought-out strategy. What makes one investment account better than another? How much should I invest in my retirement fund? How do I minimize my risk to reward? These are the types of questions that the professionals at Mercuri Asset Management answer on a daily basis.
My name is Frank Mercuri, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer. So what Mercuri Asset Management does or is we are a boutique financial investment company. We actually do a lot more than most smaller mom and pop type financial advisories. We do handle a lot of corporate 401k plans, individual 401k plans. We do a lot of independent individual retirement plans, individual plans. Basically your asset management from retirement accounts on up to college planning and so on. But we do a lot of the traditional portfolio management.
Building a good investment plan starts with understanding what your goals for investing really are.
So here at Mercuri Asset Management, we definitely have a process, more or less like a multi-level process of dealing with our individual clients when they do come in to meet with us. It's important to know that every person is different, so having basically a one-step process or an actual six-step process or whatever type of process it is, everybody's different. So we handle each one on a different level. When people come to sit down with us, basically it's kind of understanding what are their financial immediate goals and needs and wants are. And we kind of build a picture of, well, where are they at now? What does your financial picture look like? What does your income look like? What does your cash flow look like, right? But additionally, we want to know, do they have children? Is there college in the making in the future for them? Where are they at now? And then where do they want to be in a few years from now and leading all the way up to retirement?
We've heard the term alternative investments used before. What's considered an alternative investment?
Well, more and more today we're hearing about investors wanting to participate in alternative investments. And alternative investments can range from oil and gas, being like a direct participant plan, where they're actually participating in what the oil and gas company are doing with drilling. Could also be life settlements, which are basically people who have sold their life insurance policies to a business, and then it's resold and packaged to individual investors like ourselves or high net worth individuals. Could also be hedge funds and things like that.
With today's savvy investor having the internet at their fingertips and an instant access to a world of financial information, what are some of the benefits of having a professional asset manager on your side instead of taking on the burden of managing your own assets?
If an investor is possibly looking to either manage or on their own their personal investments, or they're looking to maybe have guidance for the use of an asset manager, it's probably better to use an asset manager because we're trying to take the element of your emotion out of the picture, and that's why most people would want to use an asset manager. And also because we're constantly having to increase our knowledge about what's available for investors today to take advantage of. And hopefully most asset managers are up to par with what are the recent changes on investments and that would allow somebody to take advantage of. So we may have more knowledge than an individual doing it themselves. So I love when we get this idea that most asset managers are out for their own pocket. Basically, they want to charge they're going to get a large commission to meet their own personal needs as an asset manager, whereas the expectation is the investor doesn't really matter, but that's not the case. As an asset manager, we want them to perform really well, because then we only charge a quarterly fee on the assets that we manage for them. And if they do good, then so do we. The same thing. So we're not out there charging or putting them into investments that are going to pay us more than what they're actually even returning. So it doesn't make sense for us to do that. And we need to take that vested interest in our clients. And most asset managers are doing that.
So if you're in need of an asset management firm with the knowledge to help you plan your happily ever after, let Mercuri Asset Management be your first step towards the future.
So when you're out there looking for an asset manager to manage your money, your portfolio, it's always a good idea to go in and really sit down and get a good feel for the advisor who might be managing your assets, and look around the office and see what the vibe is like and what they're doing and so on. A lot of times that's going to give you an indication of whether or not you want to work with that individual person.
For more information about Mercuri Asset Management, visit their website at mercuriassetmanagement.net. And of course, visit our website at thebalancingact.com.
Up next, what to consider when you require legal services.
Divorce is never an easy decision to come to, much less understanding and navigating the complex legal aspects that come along with the process. Fortunately, the seasoned attorneys of Baghdaserians Law Group are here to help.
Patrick Baghdaserian, managing partner of the Baghdaserian Law Group. I formed my partnership with my friend Daniel Leonetti. We went to undergrad together approximately 22 years ago, and we formed a really close bond, somebody I could trust and somebody I can rely on, and I felt that it was appropriate to have someone like that in the group.
The term family law is really a broad term that includes several different aspects in legal areas. Let's go over some of the specifics.
Family law includes divorce law, and it includes paternity actions. And paternity actions are children had out of wedlock. So the process for getting a divorce with my office is actually pretty simple. We conduct the consultation, but of course, before we conduct any sort of consultation, we ensure that there are no conflicts. Once that's done and the retainer is signed, retainer is effectuated, we move forward. We're preparing the initial paperwork to open up a case so you could actually get a divorce decree in the state. So child custody cases could be a part of a divorce action, or they could be a part of a paternity action. Both types of cases in the state of California can have child custody issues, and child custody issues are the most probably heart-wrenching cases that you have to deal with, because you're dealing with the most precious thing in people's lives, children. So in the state of California, you are supposed to get a 50-50 division of property obtained or acquired during the marriage. Unfortunately, it becomes difficult because various issues can arise during a divorce. So it's very important to have a lawyer who's capable and knowledgeable to ensure that you get your fair share.
No two court cases are ever exactly the same. What are some of the biggest challenges you've encountered in dealing with family law cases?
From my experience, the most challenging cases are cases involving children, cases involving domestic violence, and cases involving spousal abuse. Unfortunately, I see them more and more, and especially since the pandemic, it's something that is a significant part of my business. And it's the most heart-wrenching because you're not dealing with two large corporations where you're involved in a civil dispute. You're dealing with people's lives and the lives of children and the safety of your clients. One of the most common misconceptions with divorce litigation is that the children always go with the mom, regardless of the facts. That's not true. In the state of California, a judicial officer must consider all the facts and make a decision that is in the best interest of the minor children. There is no typical timeline as far as when a case resolves, whether it be by mediation or by litigation. Every case is different. And when I tell people who ask me this question, I always go, it takes two to tango. And if you're tangoing by yourself, it's usually not going to be easy to resolve the matter. And nowadays, with the congestion in the court system, it's very difficult and to move cases in a timely fashion. So it's very important to have a lawyer or a law firm on your side that can navigate these treacherous waters.
Divorce is a huge industry in any state, but especially in the state of California. Having an experienced attorney can make all the difference when it comes to fighting for your best interest and truly understanding the needs of your case.
So family law is a very unique area of law. It's truly a melting pot. You have to have experience and a knowledge of the family code, but you also have to have some sort of grasp about other practices in other areas, civil litigation, evidence code, criminal law, sometimes entertainment law, especially when you're here in Southern California, where we have a lot of people who are in the industry. And that's why it's so important to have a lawyer and a law firm that understands these different areas and has experience in these different areas as it relates to family law litigation. In order to become a certified family law specialist in the state of California, you have to go through a rigorous exam and you have to get recommendations from other members of the state bar and judicial officers. You also have to demonstrate your experience and knowledge in the law by identifying number of trials you've completed and number of cases you've mediated to resolution. The reason the state bar makes the requirements so rigorous for becoming a certified specialist is they want to give confidence to the public. They want the public to know that this person not only has the academic knowledge to get the job done, but also has the experience and real life experience, whether in the courtroom or in the office mediating cases.
So if you have questions regarding divorce, child or spousal support, or any family law matter, let Baghdaserians Law Group answer all of your legal questions.
Family law is a very intricate area. You want to hire someone who not only has the experience, temperament, but knowledge to get you through it. You don't want to hire some fly-by-night, some person who decided to do family law because it was the new trend, somebody who decided to do family law because it was an easy way to make a quick buck. You want someone who's knowledgeable, who's ethical, and has the experience to get you through it, because it can be very treacherous and it can be a very, very long process here in the state.
For more information about Baghdaserians Law Group, visit their website at baglawgroup.com. And of course, visit our website at thebalancingact.com.
It's crucial our children receive a good education no matter what. Our next story shows how educators are navigating the new normal.
Preparing for college can be a stressful ordeal for students. Not only is it becoming more competitive to get accepted to colleges and universities, but deciding the field of study and career path you want to take can be overwhelming. Fortunately, one organization is dedicated to helping students become more savvy in understanding their long-term goals and staying abreast of what curriculum and programs will help them along their academic journey.
My name is Jeannie An, college counselor at Admission AG. Admission AG goal is it's really simple to just help the student college admissions make the best result of them. That's the main the purpose and goal. That's our mission statement.
For decades, most schools have been advised to hire one counselor for every 250 students. But does that ratio really offer each individual student the best guidance for their long-term goals?
Admission AG has something different system compared to other typical college counseling company. We try to understand individual student, what the college they have their own perspective. Like looking at, for example, UPenn, they always just looking at the innovative student. And the Yale, they just always just looking at the leadership student who just engage in the community. This kind of program just including not only just guide them what is the SAT requirement, what is the the minimum GPA, but also their portfolio preparation or what they have to prepare their own supplemental.
Just as with any other industry, the world of college admissions has its fair share of challenges. Let's talk about the people behind the success of Admission AG and what unique skills they bring to the table.
We have to think about the individual student. So we just having the individual strategy. Based upon that, just make the individual plan. So this is the totally individual consulting. So we are more focused on individual, what they want to just be in the future. We have a mentorship program, and our mentor in Admission AG, actually, most of them just coming from my college counseling service. So they've been just work with me 3-4 years. Based upon their experience, they want to just transfer or just giving the young kids their what they did for 4 years. And then the college life, another the important factor that they just are sharing. So many kids, the high school student, middle school student, they only just got the information from the Google or website. That's it. It's kind of hard to just find out what is the campus life, what is the real lecture in the college, what is the relationship between the colleagues, or maybe faculty ratio, or even the cafeteria food. So this is a live experience that they can have in a virtual. I mean, it's not actually in person, but it is really important what they have the new perspective for the college.
What are some of the misconceptions people have about the overall college admissions process?
There are two kinds of the people that I just looking at these days. One is from the parents. Usually they had the experience of the college. It was the 25 or 30 years ago. So, the time has been changed a lot of things. Another thing is that the people, they're only just focused on the Ivy League or top 10, top 20. But there are so many colleges, they just offer their own amazing curriculum, amazing program like internship or research opportunity, or any scholarship they just given. So I really hope, those kind of people just open their mind and then just see, different things. We are just making the new programs like research and bring up real the faculty member from the different kind of the university, and then wanna just provide a hands-on experience like real research opportunity under the faculty member at the university. That's the planning. And also we are just contacting the many colleges and having the summer camp, the unique camp. So like the high school student can do internship on their campus. So this is the future planning.
So if you'll be heading off to college soon or know someone who will, let the caring counselors of Admission AG give you the added direction you need to help you build the future you want.
The studying and learning is important, but at the same time, they have to enjoy their life. Find out what they just want to be, what they want to just do, and just try hard and enjoy it.
For more information about Admission AG, visit their website at admissionag.com. And of course, visit our website at thebalancingact.com. The dream of becoming a parent is one that's shared by millions of people across the globe, but the traditional method of having a child isn't always a possibility. Many potential parents will need to seek out alternative methods. That's where Same Love Surrogacy comes into play.
So Same Love Surrogacy is dedicated to helping the LGBT community create and grow families. That's our main focus and our main goal. My name is Jay Cook Wong. I'm the founder and co-owner of Same Love Surrogacy, and I'm also a registered nurse and a gay dad of twin boys. So Same Love Surrogacy was founded by 3 gay dads who were all going through the process at the same time, and we were just discussing what we had gone through and our different problems throughout our journey. We were taken advantage of financially by IVF doctors, taken advantage of by egg donor agencies, and it was just, there were so many problems. And we were just really shocked at the differences that we each had and the problems that we had and the lack of support. We said to ourselves, we should start our own agency. It shouldn't be that hard. And one thing led to another, And here we are 7 years later, one of the leading agencies in the world.
There's a very comprehensive and personal touch that goes into making sure the intended parents are comfortable throughout the entire process. But what about the actual surrogates themselves? Tell us about the process of becoming a surrogate, and what are some of the benefits of working with same-love surrogacy?
The process of becoming a surrogate oftentimes includes initial telephone interviews, home interviews, as well as psychological exams and medical exams. The matching process in surrogacy can be a fun time. We often refer to it as dating, online dating. We get a little bit about what the surrogate would like in her journey, as well as what the intended parent would like in their journey, and match everybody up accordingly before they do their initial meeting. There is financial compensation for the gestational carrier. I have had many surrogates use that money towards a down payment on their house, to pay off school loans or credit card bills. At Same Love Surrogacy, you have one point of contact, all the way from your initial phone call where you're just inquiring about surrogacy, all the way until there is a delivery.
What are some of the advocacy programs and organizations that you work with to get the word out within the LGBTQ community?
So Same Love Surrogacy is highly affiliated with the organization Men Having Babies. They're a nonprofit organization that help gay men and individuals go through and learn about the process of surrogacy and having their own biological children. They also have a financial assistance program, which is really helpful. They're a great organization. They also rate agencies based on customer service, on price, length of time for their process. And we're very proud to be tied for first place among best agencies in the entire world. It shows that we really care and we're doing the right thing, and we want to give back to the LGBT community as well.
So if you're considering an alternative route to becoming a parent, or if you're interested in how to become a surrogate yourself, let the caring professionals at Same Love Surrogacy guide you on your journey.
Our goal at Same Love Surrogacy is to really help those people who couldn't otherwise have their own families without the use of surrogacy become parents. And that's our focus. That was my dream, and it happened for me. And so we want to be able to give that back to other people.
For more information about Same Love Surrogacy, visit their website at samelovesurrogacy.com. And of course, visit our website at thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.